Today's topic, what do Dougs do? Hi, I'm Doug Holt, author of Your Own Story, and this is your Daily Growth Hack, where each day we bring you a tip, trick, or insight to help you uplevel what we call the 5 to Thrive. That is your mind, your body, your soul, your relationships, and your business. So in a previous episode, in fact, the last one, we talked about who are you? Right? And I gave you 4 exercises to do in your journal. And during those exercises, I hope you discovered new things about yourself and that you're on the right path to becoming the author of your own story and living that life of your dreams. You deserve it. Now, I was actually down in Colombia earlier this year. And in Colombia, we were in the jungle with a shaman and we were drinking a drink called yahe. And during this whole ceremonial process, we were coming out of it. And one of the other people that were there, he came up to me. His name happened to be Tony. And Tony came up to me and said, "What do Dougs do?" I thought, okay, well, what do you mean, what do Dougs do? Do you mean, what do I do for a living? What do I like to do for fun? What do you mean, what do Dougs do? He's like, no, that's not what I'm talking about at all. Now, Tony happened to be an older gentleman who had been on spiritual journeys most of his life, his adult life, and was really wise. And what Tony said is, they said, no, what I want to know is, what do Dougs do? And he said, here's what Tonys do. What Tonys do is they would like to write. They write down deep thoughts and interesting ideas so they could share it with the world. And that is really my passion. That's Tony's passion. When Tonys are confronted with conflict, Tonys get angry and they almost want to erupt, but through the act of writing allows them to calm down and get recentered. I thought, wow, that's really interesting. So what Tony's talking about is, what is your natural essence? What is that natural North Star that you have? And well, one, what is it? And I'll add on to that, because after thinking about that, is that the North Star that you want? Is that the guiding light that you actually want to be? Now, of course, in the Amazon jungle, going through these ceremonies, and we were out of it, for this time, and we were out of it a lot, but we were out of the ceremonial process and off the yahe, but still you have that euphoric feeling going on. And during that, it gives you a lot of inner clarity and ways to look at yourself. And so it was a great experience for me. But what came out of that is, what do Dougs do, right? What do Dougs do? Well, my whole life, I've been a teacher, right? I've guided. I've been a coach, a soccer coach. I've been a personal trainer. I've been a business owner. I've lectured at universities. I've always been a teacher. And the other thing, what do Dougs do? Well, gosh, Doug at his essence is always helping people. I'm always going out of my way to help people. It's just something that I always do. And I'm always looking out after others. I'm always looking out of others, especially those that are less fortunate than me, that may not have what I have or the abilities that I was born with, the natural abilities, right? I got 2 legs, 2 arms, just at the very basics, and I happen to have brothers that beat me up so I could be athletic. So I'm very lucky and fortunate in these areas. So what do Dougs do? And so I wrote that down. It was really profound for myself. Now, how I want you to do this is ask yourself is, what do, insert your name, do? Write that down on the top of your journal and write that down. And try to boil it down to an essence, right? So to an essence of maybe 1 to 2 sentences, right? So what do Dougs do? Dougs love others, and they do that by teaching and showing them and helping them to become the best person they can possibly be. And that was my mission, right? And coming out of that, we decided to film 365 of these. I committed to that, of these daily growth hacks, where I'm talking to you and trying to offer you a little piece of insight that I hope helps you, better your day, but also better those around you and better the world. That's my ultimate goal. So what I want you to do is write in your journal and write down what you do. Like what do Dougs do? And write that down. And make sure that aligns with your North Star. And what I mean by North Star, make sure that aligns with the person that you want to become, the person that you are becoming. And if it doesn't, then maybe you have some deep questions to ask yourself about changing that, right? This is a great conversation topic. So I always recommend or ask you to share this with at least 3 people. In this conversation, I'm going to ask you to share it with even more. Share it with people around you and have that conversation. And maybe you can do what Tony did and just go up to somebody and say, hey, what do Carols do? Or what do Billies do? Or what do Darcy's do? Or what do Ahmad's do? And then have that weird conversation that I had with Tony. We're like, what are you talking about? But it really opened up the lines of communication, and Tony and I had a really deep exchange and became good friends based on that conversation. So I'm asking you to do the same thing. And what I'm also suggesting is you can use this as your North Star. So when problems come up in business or in relationships or dilemmas, whether they be moral dilemmas in your life or just decisions that you just don't know what to do, use this. What would Dougs do? Oh, well, Dougs would go this way, right? Dougs would make this decision based on what their natural essence is. And that makes it so much easier to follow your heart, right? Get into your heart zone and follow what your path would be. It's just an easy exercise, and it's an easy North Star to kind of carry around, so to speak, in your pocket that you always have, you can pull out. That's it for me today. Remember, go out and share this with more than 3 people today after you've done this exercise, because this is a great conversation starter and a great way to bring other people into your fold so you have a bigger tribe and you can go out and be the author of your own story. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Growth Hacks. Please put your comments right down below and remember to click subscribe. This way we can ensure that we're delivering these daily growth hacks right to you each and every day. On behalf of the whole team here, remember, go out and be the author of your own story.